ते रामं रमेशं भजे रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमू रामाय तस्मै नमः रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम् रामे चित्तलयः भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने श्रीराम नाम वरानन ओम नमः इति. So I think what's happening this time is that we are going over 2 pages. So let me stack up these pages. So let's see. Okay. All right. I think last time we finished that Paduke Chasya Rajyaya Nyasam Dattva Punah Punah Nivartayamasa Tato Bharatam Bharatagrajaha. We were at the end of the first half of number 38. Let's start from number 38, Uttarardha. It says, Sa kamam anavapyaiva Ramapadavupasprushan. If you look at what Gita Press has done is that they have taken that as a separate sentence. If you look at without realizing his ambition, Bharata returned to Ayodhya, touching the feet of Rama. That's one way of doing it. Actually, the commentators have taken 2 different views over here. One of them is taken it as a separate, in fact, the so-called main commentator, the first commentator, which is the Tilaka commentary. So he's taking this as a Pruthak Vakyam. Of course, what makes a Vakyam is the Tingantam Padam. So the Tingantam Padam actually is coming in the next sentence. It says, Nandigrame Karod Rajyam Rama Gamana Kangshaya. So that Tingantam Padam is Akarod in the next sentence. Then how can we take this as Pruthak Padam? The little bit problem here is that if you do Padacheda, Sa Kamam Anavapyaiva, Sa Kamam Saha Kamam Anavapya Eva Ramapadav Upasprishan is the Padacheda. Now, if you want to take it in connection with the next half, which says Nandigrame Karod Rajyam Rama Gamana Kangshaya. So Nandigrame Akarod Rajyam Rama Gamana Kangshaya is a compound. If we take it like that, then we see Ramapada is the feet of Rama. The feet of Rama, he cannot take the feet with him. He only take the Paduke only he took with him. Then how can we say that he conducted the kingdom in Nandigrama while Upasprishan means Pujayan. So while worshipping Rama's feet. So now the choice here is as follows. We can take this as a separate sentence at number 38, Uttarardha. And we can say, Rama Padav Namaskurvan Prati Nivrittaha Iti Sheshaha. That's what Tilaka says. So he returned. That's what Gita Press has given. Is Rama Padav Upasprishan Prati Nivrittaha Asit. So he returned. He returned, after paying respects to Rama's feet. So that's what the meaning is, one meaning. But the other commentator has given different meanings. He says that, Rama Padav equals Ramasya Paduke. Upalakshanam. It stands for Rama's sandals. So Pada Shabdaha Paduka Upalakshakaha is what they say. So then in that case, Upasprishan Pratyaham Sevamanaha means worshipping them every day. San Ramagamana Kangshaya equals Kada Rama Agamishyati iti Pratyashaya. When will Rama come? With that hope. Chaturdasha Varsha Rupa Pratibandhakam Uttirya Kada Rama Kankaryam Lapsyate iti Manoratham Abhivardhya Vardhaya Vardhayan. So he was basically thinking, when will Rama come back? And I can't wait for him to come back. So then they are connecting that with the Nandigrame Karod Rajyam. So these are 2 ways we can take it. That you can either take that as one sentence with Ramapada Upasprishan Rajyam Akarot, athva Ramapada Upasprishan Nivrittaha Tat Paschad Nandigrame Rajyam Akarot. So let's go with what Gita Press has said. Though to be honest with you, when I first looked at this, 2 commentators have given the other view, which is taking that as in combination. So let's do the grammar for this. So Saha Let's see. Someone can do this for me. Ravi can do it. Let's see. You want to do it for Ravi? Go ahead.
Yes, Satish. I'll try.
Do the padacheda and the padavichara.
Saha kamam anavapya eva Ramapadau upasprishan.
Upasprishan. Take the next one also.
Nandigrame akarot rajyam Ramagamana Kankshaya.
Ramagamana Kankshaya. Okay, so Saha is what? Is Prathama Ekavachanam.
Bharataha.
Bharataha. Prathama Ekavachanam Pullinge. Saha Bharataha. Because, Bharata Agrajaha, so this was coming with the Nivartayamasa Bharatam. So from that, Bharatam is coming over here, Saha Bharataha. Now, Kamam is what?
Kamam is Dvitiya Ekavachanam.
Dvitiya Ekavachanam. And it's a karma of what dhatu?
Kamukantav.
Correct. But in this case, in this sentence, it is the karma of which dhatu?
Anavapya.
Correct. Of the dhatu ap.
Ap.
Dhatu ap is the dhatu there because in Dvitiya it doesn't have independent standing. It depends on. It has to have an ashraya. In a Tingantam Padam, or could be a Krudantam Padam, could be an Amvyayam. But the moment you find Dvitiya, always look for, what is it standing on? As far as possible, try to make that connection. So, Kamam, Anavapya. Okay, let's go to Anavapya.
Anavapya is Lyap.
The Lyap Pratyaya is, first of all, we have this interesting situation is that Samasi Anyang Purve Ktvo Lyap. But here we do have Anyantat Purushaha. Anavapya. That an is there, that's the Nyai has become an. So how come we are still using Lyap, Ravi?
Because we have the prefix ap, an avapya.
Because of the ava.
Ava.
An, ava, ap. So first you have to make the ava plus ap plus twa. At that stage itself it becomes avapya. So avapya means having obtained, labdva, avapya. So again, for the benefit of the whole class, the pratyaya is twa. The twa is the default pratyaya which says samana kartika yoho purva kale. When there are two kriyas which are the same karta, then the purva kala vartini kriya will take the twa pratyaya. It's to be the same karta. The moment you say twa, always identify the samana karta, see what the uttara vartini kriya is. And that twa pratyaya will become lyap, means the ya only, ya, yakara with the yakara. If it's a part of a samasa. Samasa means when you get an upasarga or some other gatisanyaka shabdam is there, then when it compounds, most of the time we have only one, we have the upasarga only most of the time, that will make the twa into lyap. So in this case we have anavapya. So the ava is upasarga, the pradayahas we should know, there are only 22 of them, pradayah. So what can become an upasarga? Because there has to be kriya yoga for that. They're not hundreds of them. There are only limited number of them. So like ang is one of them, ava is one of them, vi is one of them, ni is one of them, nish is one of them, upa. So they're very, very common, pari is one of them. So these ones you should know because then you can realize that which one is in the compounding with these dhatus. Remember, the Tingantam Padam cannot be compounded, the general rule. So those cannot make compounds. The Kudanta Padam can be compounded. So we had a plus twa that compounded with the ava a plus twa. And at that stage, the twa became lyap. The twa became lyap. When that ava came in to form the compound, samasanyam purve ktvo lyap is what we have. So in fact, you can also work backwards. The fact that twa has become lyap, that means there must be some compounding there, but the Panini says that only making the negation compound, this Panini calls it nyang tat purushaha, that will not be enough cause to make the twa into lyap. So let me put that over here. So let's see. Okay. So what we have is we have the ava plus ap plus we actually had twa to begin with. Twa to begin. And because of samasanyang purve ktvo lyap, we have ava plus ap plus lyap means only, actually lyap is like this, but when you remove the it letters, only the ya remains. So yeah, so ya remains. So avapya. So avapya means having obtained. And then after this whole thing is done, then you form the compound with the tatpurusha negation, make it anavapya. So even though the Nyan Tatpurusha, that's not the cause for the Tva becoming Lyap. The cause of Tva becoming Lyap is because this Ava coming over there. Anybody in Gita, the same Dhatu combination in Gita, Avap. Nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayevacha karmani. Nanavaptam avaptavyam. It's the same usage. It is similar, not the pratyak Tva. Nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayevacha karmani is what the Lord says. Nothing for me which is not obtained, which is to be obtained. Nothing for me which is not obtained, which is to be obtained. Nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayevacha karmani yadiyaham na varteyam. The same combination of dhatu with the upasarga ava, and also, in fact, also with the negation also is there. Nanavaptam avaptavyam. Okay, let's go to the Bhagavad Gita. So please, if you know Gita, you will not be surprised. Very same dhatu combination with the upasarga is there. I think chapter 3. Nanavaptam avaptavyam varta evacha karmani. I'm sorry. Yadi yahanna varteyam jat karmani sandrita mo vartvana vartante manushya pata sarvasha. Utsi deurme loka nukudyam karma chedam. Let's see if I can find it for you. Nanavaptam avaptavyam varta evacha karmani yadi yam karmani oh, here it is. Nanavaptam na anavaptam. So ava ap, same dhatu. Anavaptam avaptavyam. There is nothing which has not been obtained, that is to be obtained by me. Varta evacha karmani. Still I act. I proceed in action. Anyway, so this same avapta is that. So maybe Gita 22, 3.22 in Gita. So it just clicked in my head. So example, Gita. Of course, you don't have the tva pratyaya there, but the same dhatu upasarga combination. When you see a dhatu upasarga combination, you should try in your head all possible usages that you know. You should try the, avap noti, you can try, you can try the participle forms, you can try the gerund forms, you can try making masculine nouns out of it, make feminine out of it, you can try various forms. And because all forms will not be in common usage for each dhatu upasarga combination, but some of them will be in very common usage, So you should try them all and see if anything clicks, anything we can find make some reference point, Okay, I'm sorry, I missed the number for that. It was, I think 3.22, I think the number is, 322. Okay, so that is the what's happening here. So even though we have the Nyantat Purusha, even before that, because the ava came in there, the tva became lyap, so avapya. Then after that come anavapya. Okay, now see what happens is one more thing very quickly, a little bit of grammar for you is that this tatya, when you make the negation with the tatpurusha, the only na comes. And that na is called nyai by Panini. And the nyai, the nakara of it always drops. Nalopo nanyaha. And then, so what happens is that this special avyaya which Panini has called, it is a na with this chavarga panchama is an it. Nai is the it letter. And this one always loses the akara immediately. So it becomes a. So it changes to a. And then what happens is that if the Prajapadikam begins with an ach, and then it becomes an. Tasma nud. So it becomes so na lopo nahi hai, just give a little bit of vyakaranam, I'm sorry, but how did that an come from? An, because we had a Nyantat Purusha. So then the na becomes a all the time, and if the following Prajapadikam begins with an ach, then you get it becomes an. That basically the nut agama comes all the time. I'll give you these two reference point for that. I know we're not doing Vyakaranam in this section, but they're very, very simple rules. So the 63, 73, 74. Very, very simple rule, 6373, 74. Let's see what is 63. The entire pada of 63 of Ashtadhyaya is devoted to this. What happens to the Pura Padam in a compound when, of course, when Uttara Pada follows. So that is what is the topic of this 6.3. So in these two rules Panini has for this Nyai, which is the technical term for this negation compound. Tasmasi no lopo nayaha. So this nayaha, this nakara drops immediately. No condition, always drops. And then tasmat, following that, nud achi. If you have ajadi, pradipadi there, then we can put a nud agama to that pradipadi. So adyanu takitau becomes, then the nakara comes technically to the right hand side. So that's how it becomes changes to a, and if followed by ach, tasmadudachi, then that takes an augment of nut tasmad nudachi of nut. This is also nut agamaha. Like we saw in the first half of the class. That's not the only place of nut. This also is a nut agamaha, adyanto takito. Okay, so then we got, so that was the reason why we got the lyap. And so who's the samana karta here, Ravi?
It's Bharata.
Bharata is samana. What's the uttaravartini kriya?
Upasprishan.
Upasprishan could be, but the interesting thing is that upasprishan is only a you need a tingantam padam really what you need, So I think we have to either use the that upasprishan also is is only a present participle.
So it should be akarot.
Well, we call it nivrittaha asit. So you can take it that so kamam anavapya nivrittaha asit. So he returned back. And there's one more clause in between, which is the Ramapada upasprishan. As per the Gita interpretation, the Tilaka Tika. Otherwise, as you said, kamam anavapyaiva pada upasprishan rajyam akarot. Finally, it should be rajyam akarot. That is, so he actually is doing the two kriyas. There's one more clause coming between of the upasprishan. Okay, now so that's how we got the form of anavapya. So an, ava, ap, and the twa became lyap, avapya. Then eva is an avya, correct?
Eva avya.
So
and Ramapadau dvitiya dvivachanam.
Dvitiya dvivachanam Rama. So what kind of compound is a simple compound?
So Ramasya padaha.
Ramasya padau. Ramasya padau. So it is Shakti Tatpurusha, most common compound. Then upasprishan. Upasprishan is, what kind of usage is this?
I don't know.
Upasprishan, okay. In Gita, Pashyan, Shrinan, Prishan, Jigran. So what kind of usage are those? What pratyaya is that? It's a present participle, Shatru pratyaya. Shatru pratyaya. So let's see, let's give Kartik a chance. Let's see what he has to say. Yes, Kartik, upasprishan?
Hi. Sprishat is the Pratipadikam.
Upasprishat.
Upasprishat. And this is Prathama Ekam.
What Gana Dhatu? This Dhatu is for what Gana is a Dhatu in, you think?
Sprish, if this, I think it should be sixth Gana because it has a Sh as its overlap or Shabd.
Why not the first Gana?
There is no Puganta Laghu Padasya.
Guna, very good. So they're looking at this, like, for example, the word like Vishati, Sprishati. This cannot be in the first Gana because the fact that there is no Guna of the Sprish didn't become Upasparshan. Because normally when you, the first Gana, you should have the Puganda Laghu Padasya. There should be a Guna of the penultimate short vowel. That tells you this is going to be in the sixth Gana. So because the O is still there in between, only thing there's no guna has taken place. Okay, so Pratipadikam Upasprishat Pratipadikam And this is what Prathama Ekavachanam in the Pullinga Prathama. This is an adjective. This is an adjective form, but it's qualifying Bharataha. Technically, this is only qualifying Bharataha. So when we're looking at the Uttaravartini Kriya, really it should be the Nivrittaha Asit Athva Rajyam Akarot. That's Uttaravartini Kriya. This is only a qualifier for Bharataha. Upasprushan. Okay, now where did you get the Nakara come from, Kartik?
It's Ugitacham Sarvanama Sthane Adhatoho.
Because the Shatru Pratyaya, Shatru has the R as an it, and that's what is bringing in the Num Agamaha. So I guess, anyway, we won't go through all the details, but this is the Prathama Ekvachanam of the Pradipadi, like Pachat Pradipadi. Like in Gita, it's in chapter 5, they come in back to back. Look at the meaning of Upasprush. Apte gives to touch, like like in any puja vidhanam, if you do any pujas, I'm sure you see this priest telling you apa upasprushya, apaha, apa is dvitiya bahuvachanam of up, means having rinsed your hands. Apa upasprushya means having rinsed your hands. This is a very, very in the puja vidhi it comes all the time. So that could, but I think this is not having rinsed. So rinsing Rama's feet, probably not. Could be possible to wash or rinse the mouth, to sip water, to sprinkle, to bathe. That's all he gives. But so this is like an external meaning of this. The first meaning of upaspurush is to rinse or to bathe or to wash. But I think that may not be, that may not work very beautifully here. So what does the commentary gives? Upaspurushan is namaskurvan. Namaskurvan he gives. Namaskurvan is means paying his respects to the feet. And another commentary gives, what does he give? Let's see, Upaspurushan pratyam sevamanaha, serving the feet. So even though technically means like washing or rinsing, really means respecting or worshipping or serving the feet of Rama. Okay, Upaspurushan, thank you. So we got that much. Now if you want to complete the sentence here, then we have to supply this word Nivrittaha Asit. So or Nyavartata. Nyavartata, he turned back. Nyavartata, he turned back. So let's take it like that, because that's what Gita Bhais translation has given us. So let's try to see. Let's see. Maybe Vasu can do it for me. Vasu, are you ready, Vasu?
Satishji.
Okay, now without realizing, I'm over here now. Without realizing, and we have to find some word here which is without realizing. Which one?
Anavapya.
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 I think eva is probably not in the sentence. I think I would say without realizing at all, completely unrealizing. Without realizing at all. If you really put it there, you can put it there. They may not translate it literally, but I mean literally, but that eva may not have any special meaning. So, okay. So I think you said anavapya eva, combine the whole thing without realizing. His ambition.
Kama.
So that's kamam.
Kama.
And this is also from the commentary. Is Rama pratinivritti rupam kamam. It is in the brackets. Of seeing Rama back in Ayodhya and crowning him as king. So Rama pratinivritti rupam kamam. His ambition in the form of seeing Rama coming back. So, okay, now Bharataha. What word is that?
Sa.
Saha Bharataha. Okay. Return to is not in the sentence. You have to supply that. So Nyavartata is, you return. That's what is to be supplied, because as I discussed before, because Hikunti the Rama Pada you cannot take unless if you take the other way, Pada means Paduka, then that's a different thing. But if you take the way as it is, then you have to supply that word. So that is supplied. Return to Ayodhya is supplied. So touching.
Upaspurushan.
Upaspurushan. Touching in this case, paying his respects, probably. The feet of Sri Rama.
Ramapadaha.
Ramapadau.
Padau.
What rule is that quickly? Ramapadau plus Upaspurushan. What Sandhi rule is that? Echo Yavayavaha.
Echo
Yavayavaha.
Yeah.
So the Au is followed by the Ach, which is U. Au becomes Av. Upaspurushan. So you can practice these rules. Also here. Okay, so now let me see. In fact, while we're doing some Vyakaranam, So let's see, can you put, so Karthik, why not the Lakar Lopa over here? Propose Pushan.
Because it is asiddham, the takara lopa happens after it's a rule that comes after the nakara lopa. The sanyogantasya lopa comes later.
Lopa is enough, because normally, as we discussed in the first lab of the class, is that we had the rules nalopa prajabadikantasya 827. But in this case, what has happened is that we've applied the sanyogantasya lopa, which is 88223, and that takara lopa is not seen by the 827, which is the nalopa prajabadikantasya. The reason why that normally if you have a nakara, which belongs to prajabadikam, also padanta, then nakara should drop. But this nakara, of course, came as an agama. It doesn't matter. It should become part of prajabadikam. It should have dropped. But because something has happened here, which is not seen by this rule, a later operation in Tripadi has happened. That's why this one stays. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Nandigrame karod rajyam Rama gamana kangshaya. Kind of straightforward. Nandigrame. So Nandigrame is a karmadharya compound. Nandyaksha grame. So in the town or village by the name Nandi, Nandigrame. Akarod is lang lakara. Dhatu is kru, and this is of the 8th kana. So you get the gana vikaranam u you get. So and you get the guna, kru becomes kar, and the u also takes guna, becomes karod. The two guna happening here. Dhatu is kru. Without going through all the details, this dhatu is of the 8th kana. 8th kana is, tanadi kru bhya uhu. That u pratyaya and the gana vikaranam shap is ruled by u. This u is seen in the form of this o because it's gone through guna process. So o. And kru has become kar by guna. So the u did the guna for the kru became uran rapara became kar. Pratyaya tip was here till the guna for the u became o. And of course itascha, because this lakara has nu as an it, that means the ending e drops over here. So, and because the past tense form, lung form, you get the adagama. These 3 lakaras you get the adagama. Lung, lung, shodadataha. So this lung lakara you get the adas. This is the indication for you. You may be looking at a past tense form. This before this dhatu over here. Akarod. Akarod means he performed. Means he conducted. Rajyam straightforward is a neutral prajabadikam. So it's the object of akarod. Rajyam akarod. He conducted the kingdom. Anuvrutti coming from the saha, bharataha. Now Rama gamana kangshaya. What kind of compound will that be? Rama gamana. Let's see. Radha, are you there? You can try this compound. What kind of compound is this?
Rama Gamana Kangsha.
So Rama, Agamana,
Agamana.
Kangsha is the Pratipadikam. Rama Agamana Kangshaya is Tritya Ekavachanam.
Is it the Karma Dharya?
Well, let's see. So Rama Agamana should be Ramasya Agamanam, right? Return of Rama.
Okay.
That one you can make that. Ramasya Agamanam. And then same thing next one also. It's a Tatpurusha compound, because Tatpurusha compound means the Kangsha is the Mukhya Padam, is the Pradhanyam. So here a desire. The desire for the return of Rama. So Ramasya Agamanasya Kangsha. So it's a desire. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That will be again.
Should be Shakti Tatpurusha only, straightforward. It's definitely Tatpurusha compound. There's no other doubt about that, because it could be in Karmadharya. But the thing is that Rama Gamana is a noun form. It's not an adjective form. So you could not use your usual Visheshanam, Visheshana, Bahulam. Normally Karmadharya compound, you have an adjective noun. You can maybe change the prior one to make an adjective, but you have to make some transformation. We don't need to do that. I think we keep it straightforward. So like we say a simple word like bhogecha. Bhogasya ichcha bhogecha. And a desire to enjoy. Bhogecha. So same thing. Ramasya agamanam is straightforward. Return of Rama. And then tasya kangsha. Okay. Okay, so Rama agamana kangsha is Tritya Ekvachanam of the Shashi Tatpurusha compound. Double Shashi Tatpurusha is there. Divaram. So with the desire, so holding the desire for the return of Rama, he conducted the kingdom in Nandigrama. So I think that will be one sentence. Let's see who can do. I think this is easy one. Let's see. Nagaraj. Nagaraj, Nagaraj, try this one.
Yeah, which one?
Okay, I'll read out. You tell me one once. We're trying to do this small sentence into English now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nandigrame karod rajyam Rama gamana kangshaya. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. Longing for the return of Sri Rama. Which one is that?
Ramagamana Kankshya.
Rama gamana kangshaya. Longing is the kangsha. Return is the agamanam. Gam is to agama is to come. And Sri Rama is Rama. Rama gamana kangshaya. Okay. He, where is the he coming from, you think?
Saha.
From the
Bharata.
prior sentence, Saha, correct.
Saha.
Right? Bharataha. Ruled.
Rajyam Akarod.
Very good. Rajyam Akaro taken together. So, a little bit of idiomatic form.
Right.
He conducted the kingdom, means he ruled. He ruled. So, at Nandigrama.
Nandigrame.
Nandigrame. Good. Maybe you can become our authorized Adhikrita Anuvadakaraha. I'll give you a chance. Good, good.
I am Nishabda Vidyarthi.
No, good, very good. I'll give you the first chance for translation. Okay, good. So that was a straightforward one. We got that one. So I think we don't need this page anymore. So now what I'll do now is that I'll use this page only. Okay. Now up to where we take the next one? They're going to the end of 40. You can look down the translation and see up to where we need to go. So 39-40. Let's finish those two now. Gadetu bharate shriman satyasandho jitendriyaha ramastu punaralakshya nagarasya janasya cha tatragamanam ekagro dandakan praviveshaha. One more time. Gadetu bharate shriman satyasandho jitendriyaha ramastu punaralakshya nagarasya janasya cha tatragamanam ekagro dandakan praviveshaha. I said, even if you don't know any Vyakaranam, you don't know anything, keep on reading, and don't lose heart. So, nirutsaha ma bhoot. Don't lose your enthusiasm. Keep on reading as much as you can. There's a question. All right, so volume question. Increase the sound. Okay, is the sound okay with everybody? Anybody else? I think Kailash, sound is okay with you? Yes. Anybody else is having a sound problem? I think sound is okay from our end, looks like.
No, the sound is okay from this end as well. We'll just check.
Okay, because I think because I am doing the same way. It's okay with Radha. I think it's okay. Must be something on your PC, I would say. I think Bharati has a question. Yeah, because the sound is coming okay from this end. So maybe it is, okay. So try setting on your end probably needs to be changed. Okay, so let's see let's give Karthik a chance for this one. You want to take this one, Karthik?
Yes, Satishi.
Okay, no, Gate to Bharate Shri. Do the Padacheda first.
Yeah, so Padacheda will be Gate to Bharate Shriman Satyasandhaha Jitendriyaha Ramaha tu Punaha Alakshya Nagarasya Janasya cha Tatra Agamanam Ekagraha Dandakan Pravivesha.
Same thing as the Shriman, you see Nakara, Padikanta Nakara, Padipadikanta Nakara, also Padanta Nakara. Okay, take it back. It's a Padanta Nakara, which belongs to Pratipadikam. So, but still it's because of the same thing, right, Karthik? Because the Shrimat Pratipadikam, Sanyogantis Lupa has taken place, Tasya Asiddhatvat, Nakara Lupana Bhavati. Always, but you should keep in mind, whenever you have a Nakara, which is a Padanta Nakara, belongs to Pratipadikam, not like Raman. So that is because of Pratyaya, not the Pratipadikam. In that case, it should drop. So word like, Raja or Atma, word like that. Okay, let's do the Vibhaktis. So Gate.
Gate is Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
Ekavachanam. This Dhatu is what?
Gam.
What sutra does the Makar drop by?
Makara.
Is Anit done? Okay, Ravi has the answer. Okay, let's see. Ravi has the answer. Yes, Ravi.
Satishi, is it Anudattopadesha Vanati Tanotyadinam? Ananasika Jalikiniti.
Jalikiniti. Okay. What Ravi says 6437. Anudattopadesha Vanati Tanotyadinam Ananasika lopa. So it is Jalikiniti. 6437. Which is a very important sutra which has a lot of application. This should be Anudattopadesha. Sorry, a little bit of Vyakaranam, excuse me, but this sutra comes all the time, like a word like Gati, Mati, these which are the dhatus ending in Nakara which are Anudattopadesha, Karthik? Han and Manya, these two.
Oh,
And Makarantas you have 4, Yama, Nama, Gamarama. So these 6, Anudattopadesha means Ekashapadesha Anudatta 7 to 10. So it means that it should be a dhatu in dhatu pata basically. Roughly speaking. So you can use the same karikas you can use for this sutram also. 6430. This is only limited to the Anunasika. So it's only 6 dhatus. Yama, Nama, Gama, Rama, Mana, Hana. And then dhatu Vanati is very long, it's very scary, so it looks like a very long sutram, looks very scary. With Anudattopadesha, single dhatu Vanati, Tanotyadina, which means dhatus in the 8th gana, Tanotyadina. Anunasika lopa Jalikiniti. Pratyaya is the ta pratyaya, so that we get the Anunasika lopa. But Jalikiniti, if it's a said dhatu, then you don't have Jalikiniti. So the word Akshata, all of you do pujas, right? So Akshata and Samarpayami, dhatu Kshan. Dhatu Kshan is from the Tanadi gana. Tanadi gana dhatu Kshan. Akshata means unbroken rice. So that's how we get this from this same sutram. Anudattopadesha Vanati Tanotyadina Ananasika lopo Jalikiniti. Okay. Anyway, a little bit of Vyakaranam for you. Thank you, Ravi. Okay. So Gate to Bharate.
Bharate. Again, Saptami Ekavachanam, pulling.
And again, look at the connector word to. That to is connecting with the prior sentence. Now this is kind of changing the scene, change of scenery, right? Because he's talking Bharata, what Bharata did. Now here on the other side, kind of is what that to means, So he did this, but Rama did this. That's what the to connector is. And again, one word later than in English. Because you say on the other hand, you say something on the other hand, or on this side, So it's one word later than in English. Remember that, connecting words. So I think there's no sutra for that. I think that's just, convention for the language. So Gate to Bharate, what kind of usage is that? So,
This is Sati Saptami.
Sati Saptami. So when you have one action, it indicates another action. So when A does B, then C does something else, So on the departure of Bharata, is what this means in English. On the departure of Bharata, Gate to Bharate. So this Saptami, the technical Saptami means on his departure, then something happened. And this should not be different karta should be there. So Bharata is departing, Rama is entering the Dandakan or Dandakan Pravivesha. Oh. Okay, next one Satya Sandha. What kind of component?
Is it Shashti Tatpurusha? So Satya Sandha?
No, it will not be, because first of all, this is a Bahuvri, because the Padi means Sandha.
Sandha.
Sandha. And we're talking about Ramaha over here. It's qualifying Ramaha. So Satya Sandha equals Pratignya Yasya Saha. One who's true to his promise. Is true to his promise. You can look at the commentary. I'll check the commentary for you. Let's see what he says. Satya. Okay, let's see. Ayodhya. Gateva Shrima Satya. Satya Sandha. Satya Pratignya, he says. Okay. So Satya Pratignya Yasya Saha. It's a Bahuvri compound. Vasu has a question. Yes, Vasu?
Yeah. Can you explain this, the word Sandha itself?
Yeah, sun plus dha, right? Dha is to place, right? So Sandha is to place or to connect, That Sandhi word Sandhi comes from the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
To make a connection means, so that in that by which in what meanings can this word come? In what meanings can this can the word Sandha come? It can come in any meaning except the Kartari Artha. that by which you make a connection, So that could be that by which you are connected to somebody. This is a promise. So I think that may be one way of explaining this word. It can be by which you connect, from which you connect, in which you connect, that which is connected. So it's this sandha can have different meaning. It cannot be the one who connects, but so because that is the way the Panini puts the condition, it should be akarti chakarike sanyayam. Akartari chakarike sanyayam. This feminine noun has been formed over here. Sandha has been formed. The pratyaya tap has been added to form sandha. Whether in Ashtadhyaya, now you ask the question, give me an excuse to go to Ashtadhyaya for 1 second, is the how to form feminine nouns is only very small section. Very small section, like about less than 20 rules. How to form a feminine noun from a dhatu. You get a great bang for the buck from that, If you want to just simply know how to form, barring the Unadi Sutras, how to form a feminine noun from a dhatu is a section called from Sriyam Tin, from 3394. Panini goes up to 33112. So right here, this section from here, 394, 33112, right? And here, Atascha Upasarge. See, if you have a dhatu ending in long a, which you do dhatu is dha, and upasarga is there, the pratyaya ang comes. And this ang will remove by 6464, that a will become sandha. Then you get a top pratyaya because it's in the feminine usage. So ajadiyata tap becomes sandha. Now what kind of meaning can this be used? Sandha is dha is to play, sandha is going to join, the joining. So the meaning is given way back here in this adhikara starts from back here is bhave. It can mean joining, or it can be any karaka except kartari. Akartari chakarake sanyayam. So the meaning. So maybe it can be that by which you connect, that in which you connect, so that kind of meaning. So it means promise basically. That's how it comes out to be. Sanyayam. Okay, so with this here we have bahuvrihi compound. Satya sandha yasya saha. And then because of bahuvrihi, that ending has been made short again. So Karthik, sutram for that by any chance?
No. Is it the Pumvat Bhava?
Not Pumvat Bhava. Gostri upasajanasya. Gostriyo upasajanasya. So Gostriyo, if you have sti pratyaya at the end. Because the interesting thing here was, I'm sorry I'm spending too much time, but maybe you're not interested in this, but if you look at what we just saw, we formed the word sandha first. In this, when we did form sandha, then we add the sti pratyaya top to that. So why bother to go through all of this? We already had the dhatu dha. Why do all that? Because that top might drop sometimes, But in this case, we're doing a rasva, it doesn't matter. But the sutram that we are using in the bahuvrihi compound, the ending ach becomes rasva. That's the general rule. Is gostriyoho upasajanasya. So it has to be ending in a stri pratyaya, so that ending. So the sutram I'm trying to point out to is in 1.2. I think it's 1 to around 40ish. I think. Gostriyor upasajanasya. Here it is. 1 to 48. Gostriyor upasajanasya. So when you have not the word stri, but the word go, and if you have any sti pratyanta padam there, then that will become, if it's upasajana sanya. Upasajana means that in the samasa vidhaka sutram, whatever in the prathama gets upasajana sanya. And bahuvri, the compound is prescribed by the rule anekam anya padarthe. And because of anekam anya padarthe, anekam is the prathama nidishtam. And that gives that all of the terms in bahuvrihi have this upasajana sanya, and because of that, this ending becomes short again. The vritti of that says is that upasajana go shabdantasya, upasajana stri pratyayantasya cha pratipadikasya rasso bhavati. So that's the rule 1-48 will give you the ending becoming rasva because we add a pratyaya top to. So that's why we got the word sandha. Yes, Vasu?
Yeah, the Pumvat Bhava is only when it is in the middle, is it?
Yes,
Middle
so
of
prior remember, that's what 6.3 we saw in Sutram.
okay.
That's different, that doesn't apply over here, correct?
Yeah, it's only in the middle.
It's a Puraparam.
Or-
Okay, go ahead, Karthik. So I'm sorry, too much grammar, but go ahead. So Satyasandha, Jitendriya is
जितानि इन्द्रियाणि यस्य सः
yes,
Again.
Atva yena saha.
बहुव्रीहि.
Bahuvrihi. Because again, Indriya is a neutral Prajapadikkam, like Vanam, like Vanam, Vane, Vanani. You'll never get the form Indriyaha, but if it's a Bahuvri compound, and it is Anyapada Pradhanaha, is qualifying Ramaha. So Jita, Dhatu Ji, Jita means conquered. So Jita and Indriya. And again, the trademark here is that look at the Nishtha and the Padam is the Pura Padam. Always mark that. In the Bahuvri compound, many times, you will have that past participle being the prior member. Jita Indriya. So Jita is coming there. Okay. Ramaha is Ramaha.
Ramaha.
And then
Tu is avyaya.
one more meaning was given was in the rather is giving the meaning to bind. So Sandhi is to bind. I guess that by which you get bound is the promise. Correct. To bind is a good meaning also for Sandha or to connect or to bind. Okay. Tu again. Now tu is coming. Now this tu may not have again any special meaning. Let's see how they translate afterwards. Tu generally can mean parantu on the other hand, but or sometimes it can be also padapurane. If I think one commentator also says, I think one commentator has made the comment over here. It is tu ha shabdau eva arthau. In the sense of eva, he says it is. Tu means eva. We already had one tu prior up there. This tu may not have a special meaning. Okay, Maharanyam. I'm sorry. Punar.
Punaha again will be avyaya.
So now why in this case we not get like Arjuna watch? Why did we get Punar Alaksha? Why not Puna Alaksha? Why not?
Because this is not that Vishishta Repa. This is the normal Repa. It's Pratipadika Repa.
It's not a
It's
root.
not a root.
So you could not use Bho Bhago Purvasya Yoshi because that only applies for the root. So you cannot get Puna Alaksha with Punara only. This is a Repa. This is a Repanta Pratipadikam. So this did not come with Sasajusho Ruho. Only is a Repanta Pratipadikam. Okay. So Punar means if you do that, it becomes Punaha. Alakshya.
Alaksha.
Same thing is the Panta Padam which will become Lyap. So Dhatu is Laksh. Upasarga A. So again the compound is taken place. So you get Alakshya. So now who is Samanakarta here?
Ramaha.
Ramaha. And what's the Uttarvartini Kriya?
Pravivesha.
Pravivesha. So having considered, having pondered, having reflected, something, he then entered the forest. Okay. Now what is the object of Alaksha?
Agamanam.
Agamanam. So Agamanam. Having considered the possibility of the coming arrival of whom? Nagarasya Janasya. Shashti Ekavachanam. Right? So Shashti means Sambandha is going with the Agamanam. So having considered the possibility of the city folks coming back there again, to avoid that, he entered the forests. Okay, now Nagarasya, what could that be?
It's Tadhita from Nagara.
Nagara. So I think here also it said Nagarasya, I think what is he giving? Nagare bhavaha Nagaraha. Tatra bhavaha. Pratya an. So Nagaraha is one who's the citizen, city people. So it can also mean, Nagara also extended meaning. Like we say, Meera Prabhu, Nagaraha, Krishna. So Krishna is called Nagaraha. Means that he's kind of skillful, a little bit polished maybe, sophisticated. So these also means, even though here it means, city people, but it could mean like one who's a little bit sophisticated. So Nagarasya, not in this case, but in other cases. Or like some would be like street smart, Nagaraha. So, okay, Nagarasya, Janasya, qualifying Jana. But Nagara was a Prajapadikkam. We made Tadita Anta from Nagara from that. Nagare Bhava Nagaraha. So Nagarasya Janasya Tatra. Tatra is in what sense?
So this is the location where they will come. Saptamyarthe.
Saptamyarthe. It is Saptamyastral Pratipadikam. So Pratipadikam is Tat. Tatra can stand for any of the Saptamis. Tasmin, Tayoho, Tesham, Tasu. Tatra means probably Tatra is the Tasmin Ashrame, the ashram where he was in, which he had built. So where he was prior that. So Tasmin Deshe. It can be Tasmin Avasare also, it could be on that occasion. So at that time, probably not at the time. Most probably Deshi only probably be. So let's see if you have any commentary on that. Chitrakute, Tattva equals Chitrakute. These commentaries are very good, by the way, very detailed commentaries. So you can, if you just look at about Tattva quickly, you can go and see Tattva equals Chitrakute. But classic, right, is Saptamyate, but Chitrakute is what it's qualifying. So Chitrakute, Agamanam is Pratyaya Lyut, is definitely in Bhavarthe, means arrival or coming. Agamanam, Ekagraha.
Is it a avyayi bhava samasa?
No, it's declined, Karthi. It will not be avibhava.
Oh.
Avibhava is create avyas. Anavyam avyam bhavati avyabhava.
But who is it qualifying here?
Rama.
Ekagraha.
Ramaha.
Okay.
Ekam agram yasya saha. So one who has a single focus. So single focused. So one who has determined, with one pointed. Ekara chittam, you say, ekagram chittam, you say, right? One pointed mind. So this is qualifying. This is definitely qualifying Ramaha, and one who has a single determined focus, ekagraha. I think the agram is a neuter participle. So the vigraha vakyam should be ekam agram lakshyam jayam yasya saha. One who has a single focus. Let me just check that. Looking for the agra. Yeah, agram, correct. Agram. Okay. In fact, we can check the commentary also. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see. Ekagram. Ekagraha pitru vachana palane dattavadhanaha. So he had a single focus of carrying out his father's command. Or virodhi bhuyishtha deshatvena savadhano va. Or he knew Dandakarna was a treacherous place to go to, particularly with Sita. So he knew he had to be single focused, because virodhi bhuyishta deshatvena. It was a region which was full of enemies. So he had to be focused to enter there. Let's see what other person, what did he say? Ekagra duragamanam sesham. Yes, same thing. Rakshashchoradi bhuyishtatvad ekagraha. Rakshashchoradi bhuyishtatvad. There are many demons and thieves in that forest. Ekagraha. So sajji bhutva. Sajjo bhutva. So he became well prepared. Okay, that's what they give reason for the ekagraha. Dandakan is like Rama, right? Cool.
Rama.
So now the question is, why Bahuvachanam? Why Bahuvachanam? So there they have given the reason, the commentators have given. Avantara bahutvat bahuvachanam. Avantara bahutvat bahuvachanam. So they had like very sub-regions, Within that Dandakarna, there were very sub-territories. So when he entered Dandakan, he entered those group of forests, means which Dandaka was divided into many sub-regions. So Avantara is a sub-region. Like Avantara Veda. Avantara means like sub. So Avantara bahutvat bahuvachanam. There are many sub-regions it had. Dandakan. Pravivesha. What kind of form is that? Pravivesha.
It's a litlakara.
Litlakara. So litlakara means you only remember the third person, and the ending like Arjuna Uvacha, Dhritarashtra Uvacha, that ending Pratyaya null is there. Dhatu is wish. In this case, you only have the Puganta Lagupatascha Gunaha. So Dhatu says duplication, become wish, haladi sheshaha. So we going really fast, but still you get the general idea. This is the abhyasa, you see the abhyasa, the upasarga. Dhatu is wish, gets duplicated, and only the first hull remains over there. Beginning is only, in abhyasa hull can remain only if it's the first member. So only the va remains, the shakara drops. So we, and then this dhatu's ikara takes the guna way, and the pratyaya was tip, it became null in lit shakara, which is anubandha lope So we vesh vivesha. Same ending as in uvacha, like jagama, chakara, same. And her is in amvya. I think what does it say for her is I think her prasiddharte. So indeed it goes. So indeed it was. Parvivesha her. Okay, let's see. Can Nagaraj do it for us? Let's see now how we'll do on this one. You ready for Nagaraj?
Yes.
All right, let's try. So when Bharata had left,
Gate to Bharate.
two is
No, Gate Bharate.
okay, very good. Gate Bharate is that idiomatic form of what is called Sati Saptami. When one action indicates another action, the timing of another action is given by this Saptami. So when this happened, then that happened. So you can literal translation will not work because it would mean, or I guess you can do it on the departure of Bharata. So when Bharata had left, left is the dhatu gam, that's the gate. And Bharate, that when Bharata is because Sati Saptami, that Bharate is giving the indication of the second action of what Rama did. And however,
Two.
However is two. Okay. Now the glorious
Shriman.
Shriman, yes, correct, Shriman, of course, Shrimat, very good. Shrimat Pratipadikam. This is the Matu Pratyaya in the sense of possession. One who possesses glory or prosperity, the glorious. So, of course, Shri has many meanings. It can mean money also, can mean, samruddhi, glory, fame, can are good things. So, okay, very good. Ramaha of unfailing vow.
Satyasandha Ramaha.
Satyasandha, Rama is understood, is calling. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Rama is there. Yes, you're getting good at this now. Rama, he is there. Yes, I missed that one. Okay. Who had conquered his senses?
Jitendriya.
Jitendriya, very good. And
Cha.
This Cha, I think we can take this one. Cha was intent on one object.
Ekagra.
Ekagraha.
Ekagraha.
In the bracket is the commentary. Okay. See, they don't take any chances. Even what's in the brackets, they'll put literally from the commentary only. Particularly if you read the Bhagavatam of Gita Press, you can almost literally look at the Sridhari Tika, or maybe sometimes another Tika, and exactly what's in the Tika they give in the brackets. So they translate so faithfully, that is very useful because sometimes the commentary might be clear to you. If you look at the Gita-based translation, you'll get what the commentary is saying. You'll be in the English translation, you'll have that. Because I just read that out to you, right? I read it out to you. Is that he says the what does he say? Ekagraha is the Pitru Vachana Palane Dattavadhanaha, implementing the pledge of his father. Okay. Entered. What is it? Entered?
Pravesha. Pravivesha.
Pravivesha. Okay. Entered the Dandaka forest.
Dandakan.
And we saw the Bahuvachanam is for because there are many sub-regions of that. They say. That is the ha.
Okay.
Is there. So it goes. So it truly was, So it happened. That is the ha. They say. Okay. And anticipating.
Alaksha.
Alaksha, very good. The renewed visit.
Punaralaksha.
The punar agaman.
Punaragamana alaksha.
Alaksha is anticipating. Renewed is the punar. And then visit is agamanam. Punaragamanam is renewed visit. And of the people.
Nagarasya Janasya.
Only Janasya. And then of Ayodhya.
Nagarasya. Assumed.
Ayodhya is assumed. Nagar is Ayodhya. It can't be anything else. So it's from the context. Nagarasya of Ayodhya. To that region.
Tatra.
Tatra means that as the commentator is said,
Chitrakuta.
Gave us that is the Tatra Chitrakute. Okay, good. So if you do like this, keep on going like this and take whatever you can get. Hopefully you can give enough practice so you can go ahead on your own and do some of these shlokas. And even if you get 50%, even if you get 25%, not bad. That's very good. Keep on going. Next time I can guarantee you when you come back to the next time around, you'll get another 5% or 10%. So you keep on going there, and this is 24,000 verses are here in Ramayana. So after Gita, this is really fantastic practice for you. And that is Valmiki's promise, right? Patan Vijo Vag Rishavatvam Iyat. So studying this, you will become a master of speech. Vag Rishavatvam Iyat. So he will go. Rishavatvam is like, Rishava is a bull actually. You'll become like a bull, like a leader in Vak, in speech. You'll become a master of speech. He makes that promise also. Valmiki makes that promise. So we keep on going like that. You'll be amazing how much your vocabulary builds up. It builds up all the time. What is Sandha? What is Nagara? What is, the Litlakara? What is this? What is that? What is Ekagra? What is Bahuvrihi? I mean, so your knowledge will build up without you knowing. It'll take on like a gentle slope, Ramayana is a very gentle slope. It takes you to great heights, but very slowly. You don't feel the fatigue, going up there. So, okay, next one we have to go now to look at the translation. They take entering the forest and his parents. He saw Agastya as well as his brother. So we have to go up to here. Agastya Bhrataram Tatha. So let's try that one. So let's see. Ravi, you want to try that one? Oh. Ravi?
Sorry.
You can try this. Take from here. Pravishya up to Tatha. Let's try that one.
Okay.
Pravishyatu.
Pravishyatu Maharanyam Ramo Rajivalochanaha. You want me to do Padacheda or?
Well, let's read it first. Viradham
Rakshasam Hatva Sharabhangam Dadarshaha.
Sutikshnam Chapyagastyancha Agastya Bhrataran Tatha. Shall I read one more time for you? Pravishyatu Maharanyam Ramo Rajivalochanaha. Viradham Rakshasam Hatva Sharabhangam Dadarshaha. Sutikshnam Chapyagastyancha Agastya Bhrataran Tatha. Okay, let's do Padacheda. Let's try that.
Pravishya tu Maharanyam Ramaha Rajivalochanaha Viradham Rakshasam Hatva Sharabhangam Dadarshaha.
Very good.
Sutikshnam Cha Api
Good.
Agastyam Cha
Correct.
Agastya Bhrataram Tatha.
So what's this violation of Pani rules now? What's the violation there?
Wow.
Which will it be violate just now? Which will it be just violate? Maybe in the class, anywhere in the class, which rule was not violated over? Which rule was violated over here? Which Pani rule was violated just now in this shloka? Yes, Karthik.
Akasavarne dirgha cha anagastya bhrataram.
Should be Chagastya Bhrataram. Should be Chagastya Bhrataram because Akasavarne dirgha between these two. So now Gita example for you. This first of all, this between two padas of a shloka, you'll find this in few places. In Gita, it's very nice. I think only 1-2 places this comes. But in text like Devamatra, it will come a lot more. So be ready for this. It's going to come a lot in Ramayana. It's going to come a lot more times. So be ready for this. Between the two padas, when the quarters of a shloka for verse, many times the sandhikaram will not many times. Sometimes sandhikaram will not be done. Okay, and this one is Sutikshnam Chapyagastan should be Chagastya Bhrataram Tatha. That'll break the meter. That'll break this meter. And the commentator says, is this Samhita is that Vakye, he says, what he say? Agastyam cha Agastya Bhrataram iti atra sandhikarya abhavaha Vakye Samhitayaha anityatvat. Vakyam, the Samhita, means that the sandhikaryam. It depends on the will of the speaker. And there is this very famous verse, Tatha Oktam, Padeshu Samhita Nitya. In a single padam, Samhita Nitya. You cannot, within a padam, you cannot not do sandhikaryam. So Padeshu Samhita Nitya. Nitya Dhatu Upasarga Yoho. Dhatu Upasarga, different padas, but it has to be done. You cannot not do sandhi between Upasarga and Dhatu. Nitya Samase. Within a compound, you cannot not do sandhikaryam. Vakye tu sa vivaksham apekshate. But in a sentence, which is not one of these categories here, it depends on the vaktur vivaksham apekshate. It depends on the will of the speaker. This is the excuse that they give. Okay, but I mean, of course, we should, when we do homework, we should not do these kind of things. This should not be done by us. But in the real world, if you see this particular setup between two padas, you'll find this kind of this discrepancy. These rules, of course, we know is akasami dirgha should have been done here, ekadesha should have been chagastya. And Gita example, I think, is chapter number 12. Chapter number 12. It is, I think, around verse number 10-ish. Let's see. I think, let me find it. Ata urdham samushaya. Ata urdham. Nivasishyasi manye. That's the shloka. Nivasishyasi manyeva. Ata urdham samushaya. So that should have been the Mayevamana adatsa, May buddhin niveshaya, Nivasishyasi mayeva. Here it is. Nivasishyasi mayeva. Mayeva ataha. Then what happened over here? Should be in akasama dirgha between these two. Same thing in Ramayana which we have. Nivasishyasi mayevata. Should be mayevata. But in Gita number 12.8, sandhi has not been done. The same thing Valmiki has done over here is that, I guess, for the meter, he has not done the sandhi karyam. So anyway, so this is the rule. But just one thing you have to notice is that the moment you see this nagna swaraha, a naked vowel like that, which is not combining with the prior element, you should stop and ask the question, what is going on? Because this should never stay like that, generally speaking. There could be something asiddham happening there, maybe echoyava sandhi and lopa shakalyasya. Most of the time it will be lopa shakalyasya. Like Dhritarashtra uvacha. That uvacha, that u is staying over there, right? Now why is that u not combining with that prior vowel or the prior consonant? If it's a consonant, it's very easy, just join them, right? If the prior one is a consonant, you just join them. There's no sandhika, you just write them together. But if it's a vowel, it should still combine by either akasa and dirgha or ikoenachi or with direchi. Something should happen there. It has not happened. So this is the thing to learn in this language, is that unlike in Hindi, by the way, because once you learn Sanskritam, it will be very hard to read Hindi. When I read Hindi, I'm so confused because I see this all the time. Because there's no such rule in Hindi like that. They have these all the time, what we call really Visandhi dosha. Visandhi dosha means, sandhikar nakritam. So please make this a habit from now on. Is the moment you see a vowel not combining with the prior element, stop and ask. And most of the time, it will be lopa shakalyasya. Means that there has been something has happened over here, which is not seen by some other rules, and therefore they cannot apply. So this asiddham. So they cannot operate. As I told you, the Ashtadhya is two routines. Whatever happened in the second routine, the first routine cannot see it. So lopa shakal is a very famous rule in which after the bho purvasya or after the echayava sandhi, that yakara takes the lopaha. And then that is not seen by the Sapa Saptadhyayi. So all these rules like Kakasam Dirgha, with Direshi, all they cannot see that. But that will be the most of the time, that will be the reason. But here there's no such thing. But the cha is just, there's nothing happening over here. The cha is, just Navya Padam. So here there was no question. So please make this a point. From now on, you should underline these. That's also good exercise for you, by the way. Go through Bhagavad Gita and underline every vowel. Of course, not the beginning of a sentence. That you cannot do that. So if it's right here, there's no sandhikar because ganda is preceding that. But in barring the beginning of the sentence means the beginning of this, if it's the beginning of the shlokartha, then nothing can help you there. Because like this one over here, this also is naked. But there's a danda prior to that. Then of course there's nothing to think about. There's no sandhi. But barring the danda preceding, you can go through Gita and underline every vowel which is not combined with the prior element. Every naked vowel. Ask yourself the question, why is it not combining? What is happening over there? I said to you, most of the time it will lopa shakalyasya. And once in a while there will be no sandhikaram done. But find out for that. Okay. So coming back to this thing, so pravishya. Okay, you want to do some vyakaranam for us, Ravi? Pravishya. Oh.
So pravishya is again tva.
Twa has become lyap because the pra is beginning to compound with that. Dhatu is wish, the same dhatu wish which came here, pravivesha. So pravishya means having entered. Who is samana karta? So
Rama.
Rama. What's the uttaravartini kriya?
Hatva.
With dadarsha.
Dadarsha.
Because hatva is another gerund.
Another. Yeah.
You can string them together. So so that is because actually in that Panini Sutram it says samana kritika yoho purva kale. So Panini has mentioned dvivachanam, but dvivachanam atantram is what they say. Doesn't mean it should be only two actions. There can be 3, 4, 5, many actions. You can string them all together. So doesn't have to be so because you can say aranyam pravishya, Lakshmanam Sambhashya. You can just keep on going. You can be like, Rakshasam Hatva, Kinchit Kalam Vishramya. You can go all like that, keep on going. And then finally put that Uttaravatni Kriya with Siddhadarsha or something like that, So actually, let me read, give me 1 second. Read out what this is. It's under Sutram that Samana Kartrika Yoho Purva Kale, that Panini has used Kartrika Yoho. So when only the Dvivachanam only he has used. But that's number 3421, and I think in that the Kashika itself is saying that this atantra means it is not important, it is not implied. So what does he say? Samana kritika yoriti kim. Okay, then he said dvivachanam atantram. Dvivachanam atantram means that's not important. It can be many actions strung together. So aranyam pravishya viradam bhatva Sharavangam Dadarsha. Okay, so Pravishya and object 2 again is connected with the prior sentence. May not be any special meaning. Maybe like then. Maybe like then is simply maybe like then. Maharanya, what kind of compound is that? Maharanyam?
Aranyam Karmadharya.
Karmadharya compound. And Mahat becomes Maha. We already saw that many times. Means Samadhikaranam. When it's Samadhikaranam, we have only Mahat becomes Maha. It doesn't become. For example, the example that I gave, I think last time, same example I gave was that Mahat Seva. Mahatam Seva, Mahat Seva. Service of the great. It will not become Mahaseva. Mahaseva means great service. Service of the great become Mahat Seva. So when you know that when the fact that Mahat has become Maha, it must be qualifying that Uttarapadam. So it doesn't have to be Karma, it can be Bahuvari also, like Mahabahu. Doesn't matter. But it has to be qualifying that's Uttarapadam. Otherwise Mahat will not become Maha. Because Pani says, Samadhikarana Jatiya Yoho. This Sutta will come in 6.3. As I think Vasu mentioned. In 6.3 is the entire part of Ashtadhyayi. That Panini talks about what happens to Purapadam. Uttarapada follows. Because the first sutram of 6.3 says, Alu Uttarapade. Uttarapade. So that then he goes through all these rules. 6.3 starts from Alu Uttarapade. Uttarapade. When Uttarapada follows, then something happens to the prior padam, Purapada Karyam. And that is, I think, An Mahataha Samadhikarana Jatiya Yoho. So this has to be Samadhikarana or this Jatiya Pratyaya, which is much less common. The Samadhikarana is the reason. Okay. So Maharanyam is correctly what Ravi said. It is Mahat Cha Asau Aranyancha. So this is a great forest, Maharanyam. Ramaha, of course, we know. Rajiva Lochanaha.
This is Bahuvrihi.
Bahuvri compound. Now, what would be the Vigraha Vakyam with Bahuvri? Lochanam, Lochanani.
I have no idea, Satish.
Rajiva Lochanaha. Anybody, what do you think, Karthik? Any idea? What would this be? Yes, go ahead.
Is it Rajiva Iva Lochane?
You can take it. So let's see what these. So in English it's pretty clear, right? One whose eyes, Rajiva Lochana, Apurva Samsthana Vipina Vilokana Janita Kutuhalena Vikasita Nayanaravindaha. Gives that Apurva Samsthana Vipina Vilokana, because he saw a forest which was really new to him, not seen before. He saw a new forest with all different kind of things in there. Apurva Samsthana, differently arranged. Vipina Vilokana Janita Kutuhalena, because he was so excited by seeing all those new sights. That Vikasita Nayanaravindaha. And what other fellow what he says? Rajivam Padmam. That's all he says. And Rajiva Lochanaha says, let's see another one. Padmapatra Vishalakshaha. Padmapatra Vishalakshaha. So he says one who has, this wide eyes. I think the one more thing they had given, okay. So what is the Vigravakyam that he gave, Karthik? What is the Vigravakyam?
Rajivo iva lochane.
I think Rajiv is Pullinga Shabda, I think, right? No, Rajivam is Padmam. It's so Rajive.
Rajive iva lochane.
Lochane yasya saha. See, one whose two eyes are like to lotus. Or actually, you know what it is? It's not even correct. Because, he said, like, because he's one comment he gave us, right? He says the, what did I just read to you? Padma Patra Vishalaksha. I think they mean Padma Patra, I think. So Rajiva Padma Lochana, I think. Because, the eyes are not like huge like a lotus, I think it's a lotus petal. The petal is understood, I think. The petal is understood. So Rajiva Patre Iva Lochane, yes, I think will be better. I don't think mean the whole lotus. I mean lotus petal, I think. Because this comment also he gives, Padma Patra Vishalaksha. So whose eyes were wide like a lotus petal. Lotus, that petal is understood, even though they mean lotus petal, So, okay, so go ahead, Ravi. So we got that. It's definitely Bahuvrihi compound, one whose eyes resemble the lotus petal, So,
Viradham is Dvitiya Ekavachanam.
yes, it is Namadhyam. It's the name of the Rakshasam, okay.
Rakshasam is also Dvitiya Ekavachanam.
Yeah, question is that Ramavat Shabda. Both are Ramavat Shabda. Okay, this question coming, 1 second. Yes, Radha, what's the question? Oh.
Why did you say patre? Like what vibhakti is that?
This is the Dvivachanam you're saying, Lochane, two eyes, right? Two eyes.
Or like patra is a neuter?
Vanam vanani, like one a.
Okay.
So Rajiva Dale, Iva Lochane, yasya saha. So Dala or Patra.
Lochana is also neuter?
Yeah, Lochana is neuter yet. Lochanam, I think neuter. Lochanani. Okay. Okay, go ahead. What's the next?
So Hatva is again Tva.
Tva, same thing with
the
the same sutram 6437. Anudata Padesha. Inam, correct. Nunasika Lopa Jalikiniti. So Handhatu, Hatva means having killed. So that's the second action that he did. And then comes the Sharabhangam. Sharabhangam is the name of a Rishi. Sharabhangadayaha Rishayaha is what it says. So interesting name. I don't know the story behind this name. Shara is of course probably means a arrow. Shara I think also can be kind of grass, I think. Bhanga is to break. Sharabhangam looks like a some kind of bahuvri. One who broke the arrow or something. I don't know what the story behind that. I don't know. I tried to look up some commentaries, but I didn't see. Nobody's given. Everybody say it's the name of a rishi. They don't say, what the. Let's see if I can find anything. Viradham, Sharabhangam, tan namakam rishim. That's all he says. Rishi by that name. Another person says Sharabhangadya Rishayaha. That also we know. Same thing he says. And then other one says Sharabhangam Dadarsha. That's all he says. Okay. All right. So that is the name of the Rishi. He saw the Rishi. And then next one,
Dadarsha is...
Dadarsha, yes, I'm sorry. Dadarsha is lit lakar again. Dhatu drish. Similar thing as Pravivesha we had, Vivesha. Again, Dhatu drish. Only the da remains in Abhyasa. Also, you know Sutram, Ravi, what happened to the Ru in Abhyasa?
Uradatve Raparatve. You get Urat and then Haladishesha.
Very good, very good. So you get Urad, and then Uran Raparha, then Haladishesha. So in Abhyasa, the Ru becomes replaced by Urat. So the Ru, and then we get Uran Raparha, but again the Refa cannot stay because only, and Hal can see in Abhyasa only with the first member. So only the Da only remains after all of that. The Shah is gone, even that Refa, Uran Rapara, that also is gone. Only the Abhyasa is only the. The is Abhyasa. The Ru became in Abhyasa. And then Guna is taking place, Uran Rapara, Darsha. Drish became Darsha. The ending again is So if you don't know all the rules, you can look at the ending like Uvacha. You can look at the Abhyasa Karyam. Of course, in this case, you need one more rule, the Urat, which Ravi said. Otherwise, you can at least try to guess some Abhyasa has taken place over here. Even even though you don't know what happened to the Ru in Abhyasa, that's okay. But some Abhyasa has taken place, the ending Pratyaya is you can make a good guess that this is going to be third person single lit lakara. You can probably get the dhatu drush is, actually you can also guess that, pretty obvious. So, Tadarsha means he saw. So, simple sentence was, he saw Rama, Sharabhangam Dadarsha. And in the two clauses we just saw. Now the next one is also Dadarsha goes down there. Sutikshnam.
Sutikshnam again, Dvitiya Ekavachanam.
So one who was very sharp, I guess, very focused. Sutikshnam. This actually we can, it's a Bahuvri compound. No, well, no, it may not be Bahuvri. Means the Tikshna is already an adjective. We don't need Bahuvri. You can make Karmadhara out of this. One who was very sharp, maybe intellectual wise maybe. Sutikshnam, Cha, Api, Agastyam.
These are the avyayas.
I think these are both Cha, Api are avyayas, and Sutikshna and Agastya are both like Ramava Shabda. So Sutikshnam and Agastyam are both Dvitiya Ekavachanam. Again, the objects of Dadarsha, because the Chakara is coming there. Sutikshnam Cha Dadarsha, Agastyam Cha Dadarsha, and then Agastya Bhrataram Tatha. Simple compound Shashi Tatpurusha. He also saw the brother of Agasti, Agasti's brother, you know. Like all same English words, right? Bhrataram, Bhratru is brother, Sastru is sister, Pitru is like parents, you know, all is Sunu is son, Duhitru is daughter. So all these are very common terms, you know, the English terms, the same is Sanskrit. So I mean, other way around, I should say. So Bhrataram, what's the Pratipadikam here?
Bhratru.
Bhratru. How it become Bhrataram?
I don't remember the rules, Satish.
Okay, let's see if Karthik knows this rule. I think I told Karthik last time, I think. Okay. Yes, Karthik?
Yeah. I also forgot the rule. It's a common rule that applies for
ending, Gru ending, right?
Something.
I'll give you the number or the sutram or the meaning. Which one do you want? Out of these three, pick one that you want. Give me the other one or two. Which one do you want? Okay, I'll give the number. 73110. Rito ni sarvanamastanayoho. Rito ni sarvanamastanayoho. Guna takes place. So I think we saw the same sutram in the region today. So if we have a Pratipada ending in Ru, then if followed by either the Saptami Ekvachanam ni, like Matari, you know, Pitari, Kartari. Kartari, how about that? Kartari Pravaga we see all the time. Kartari Pravaga. So Rito ni sarvanamastanayoho. Either has to be the Saptami Ekvachanam ni or the sarvanamastana, which is of course Visut, Sunapumsakasya. Sunapumsakasya, it says the first 5 places. In this case, we have the Dvitiya Ekavachanam. So Bhratru became Teguna, Uran Rapara became Bhratar. And of course, the Patya is so Bhrataram. So 73110. Ritoni Sarvanamastanayoho. Ritoni Sarvanamastanayoho. Today we saw this in the early, we saw Rasvasya Guna today in the class today. Jasicha. So we saw these two today. Jasicha. Next one is this one. Ritoni Sarvanamastanayoho. Okay, so if we have an angam ending in short ru, it has to be followed either by ni or sarvanamastana, pratyaha. Then that angam takes guna. Alontyasya, uran raparaha, bhrataram. Okay, bhrataram, tatha. Tatha means also. Good, it's avyapadam. Let's see if we can get Nagaraj ready for this one. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, let's try. Entering.
Pravishya.
Pravishya. The great forest.
Maharanyam.
Maharanyam. I think this two has, I think, not been translated at all by them. This is Pada Purnarthe.
Yeah, two.
Just to complete the Pada, you know, I think it's not been translated. Okay.
Then.
It's also important to notice when they don't translate that. No? When they don't translate, in their opinion, this is only for Pada Purnartham. It's only for to complete the meter. Okay. And having dispatched. Having killed.
Rakshasam hatva.
Only hatva.
Hatva, just
hatva is having dispatched hatva. The ogre, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Rakshas.
Viradham.
No, Rakshas.
Rakshasam, Viradham, Rakshas.
So this word is only Rakshasam.
Rakshasam.
Virad is of course Viradham. You know,
Viradham, yes, name.
The lotus-eyed Rama.
Rajiva Lochanaha Ramaha.
Ramaha, okay. Saw.
Dadarsha.
One after another. What could that be?
Ha. Huh? That's
I-
only we
I
left
think
there.
my guess will be church. He says church. So I think that's
Uncha.
my guess, but her I think is just prasidya. I think actually here in when somebody is given a her, I think, we should find quickly for, I think one of them say her iti itj. ITJ. Means so the history says, Oh, and of course tatha also could be. So I think it's a church.
Tatha, yes.
I think
Tatha.
church tatha.
Tatha.
That's one after another. Thank you, Radha, the comment tatha.
Cha.
So church tatha, one after another. Okay. Okay. The sages. It's not there. Supply that.
Not there.
Rishi supply that.
Rishinam. Sharabangam.
Sharabangam
Sutishnam.
there. And is the church.
Sutishnam.
Sutikshnam is there, as well as again the cha.
Cha.
Agastya is also there. Agastyam.
Agastyam. Agastya Bhataram Cha.
Bhataram cha. Tatha. So,
Tatha.
okay, now what could be this one after the other? Maybe the her. Is it the her could be? I guess. Because this maybe just normally they don't put things like that. But what could be?
Yeah, put at least in the brackets. Put.
Yeah, could have been Pravishya tu Maharanyam Ramo Rajivalochana Viradam Rashtramatva Chadarshaha. Yeah, I think it's just this tatha. I think that's all my guess is that tatha. Api also is it? Is it this? So you think it's Api rather? Is Api?
Cha Api Agastyam.
Api, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there's a lot of this combination. Api, tatha.
Cha Api.
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of all those. They put that together like that. Okay. We have about 5 minutes left. Maybe we can start this shloka and let's see. We can do a little bit, and we stop on time. Next one goes up to. By the way, his brother's name was Idmavahana. Idmavahana was the name of his brother. It comes in Ramayana in another place, but it's not in the shloka. But that was his name. The next one he says up to he got from Agastya Muni a bow, a sword, and a pair of quivers. Okay, so I think we are going from here. Agastya Vachanachaiva Jagraha Indram Sharasanam Khadgam cha Paramapritas Tuni Rakshakshaya Sayakau. I think this is going up to here now. So Agastya up to Sayakau. Okay, let's see. Who wants to do this? You want to do it, Karthik? Go ahead.
Yeah, it will be Agastya Vachanat. Cha eva.
Let me read it first. I'm sorry. Agastya Vachanachaiva Jagra Indram Sharasanam Khadgancha Parama Pritastuni Chakshaya Sayakau. One more time. Agastya Vachanachaiva Jagra Indram Sharasanam Khadgancha Parama Pritastuni Chakshaya Sayakau. Okay, go ahead now.
Padacheda would be Agastya Vachanat.
Agastya Vachanat.
Cha eva Jagraha Aindram
very good.
Sharasanam Khadgam Cha Paramapritaha Tuni Cha
Right.
Akshaya Sayakau.
Okay. Okay. So what is simple sentence here? What is Tingantam Padam?
Jagraha is the Tingantam Padam.
Jagraha. Again, the same ending null, that ending null, which is the Titiya, Pratham Purusha Ek Vachanam Lit Lakaraha Prasnipade. So, in this, it is the Prasnipada form, the third person single lit form, which we saw only 3 times we've seen that today. We saw here the Pravivesha ending in A, with the duplication over there. Dasarsha ending in A. Of course, you know the word Uvacha from Gita, you all know that. And Jagraha. This again duplication is there. Only that in the Abhyasa Bhagaha, because of Kuho, Chuho, the Ka Varga becomes Cha Varga. Otherwise, only Dhatu is Grah. Only the Ga remains and the Ga becomes to Cha Varga, becomes Ja. The extra thing here is the Upada Vriddhi, Atopadhaya. For those of you who are doing grammar, it's 72115 116. This is 116. You take the Pratyaya null, causes the Upada Vriddhi. Become gra. If the upada is akar, atopadhaya. Only upada is it because of vriddhi. So jagraha, like chakara, that's well actually chakara is a different example. That's achoniti, but like papata, papatha. So these are all examples of like that. So Jagraha Dhatu Grah, the same form. Only special thing is if you can remember in Abhyasa Bhagaha, the Ka Varga and the Hakara becomes Cha Varga. Other indication for you. Abhyasa rules are very few and they are very, very useful. They come in the end of 7.4. Okay, who's the Karta of that?
Ramaha.
Ramaha.
It's not mentioned in the shloka.
Okay, let's turn. Agastya Vachanat. What kind of compound is that?
Agastyasya Vachanat. Agastyasya Vachanam.
Shashti Tatpurusha.
Shashti
So
Tatpurusha.
Vachanat. So I think maybe it could be maybe Hetav on account of the command of the Rishi Agastya. On the command. Chuvayeva is Avyayas and also may not have any special meaning. Jagraha. Ramaha Jagraha. He accepted. Now Aindram Sharasanam.
Indrasya.
Sharasanam is what kind of compound would that be?
Sharasanam Sharasya Asanam. Bahuvrihi.
No. Why Bahuvri? Because Asanam, it is the Asanam itself, right?
Okay.
See, if you want to make Bahuvri Kardi, you have to give Vigraha Vakyam like yes, saha, yena saha, yes, that. You cannot do that here. Because the Asanam is in the compound itself. So because the Dhanuhu, the bow is the seat for the arrow. The seat for the arrow, which is the bow. But it's not like, the seat is in the compound. You can say, yes, saha, yes, min saha. So, I think this yasmin tat, I should say. So this is, I think, we can just use Shakti Purusha. So Dhanuhu is the Sharasanam means it is the seat for the arrow, which means it is the bow. Now Aindram. What is that Aindram?
It is a Tadhidha from Indra. So it is like
Right.
Tadhideshu Achamadehe.
Achamadehe. So this is the it's a Bahuvri, not Bahuvri, sorry. Tadhita part which is from Indra. So Aindram, Indra Dattam means Indra Sambandhi, you can say. Some Sambandha, we have not studied in details first. But what Karthik is saying is that the first vowel has taken Vruddhi. E has become I. That's one of the indicators. This might be a Tadhita compound. Not always. It only happens when Tadhita has that Tavarga Panchama, which is No as an It, or Nyo as an It, or Ka as an It. So that happens when these are the last two rules of 7.2. You can get the Adi Vruddhi. The end, the first vowel takes Sundar becomes Saundaryam, Shankar Bhashyam, Bhagavatam. So all these places where the first Ach takes Vruddhi, you can try to suspect this might be Tadhita formation. So Indra becomes Aindram. Like Aindri comes in Devamahatyam. Indra Shakti is Aindri. That Devi is called Aindri. Indra Shakti. So she Indra Sambandhi. So what kind of Sambandha I just took is it can be different depending on what detail. You can go for the details. But Indra Rattam is what the commentator is saying, given by Indra. So okay, go ahead. What's the next one?
Khadgam. It's again Dvitiya Ekavachanam.
Dvitiya Ekavachanam. Khadgam. Okay.
And Paramapritaha Toni.
What kind of compound is that? Actually, this one of the compounds is given the Vigraha Vakyam. Aindram Indrad Agatam. Indrad. Indrad. Agastyasya Agatam. Okay, Indrad Agatam. Okay. So Tatra Agatam, I think Tasmat. So Tata Agatam, and there's Sutram is there. So it come from whom? So it came from Indra. Okay, now what kind of compound is this? Paramaprita.
It is I think Karmadharaya?
No. Sutram Tata Agataha is Sutram, is come from that. I think it's 54374 for the Aindram, is Indra Agatam. So Tata Agataha. What kind of compound? Anybody else in the class? What kind of compound is this? If you take it like that, Karthik, then Rama will become Parama. What's the meaning in English? You're supremely pleased. Right? So if you take it Parama Pritaha as a Karmadharya, then that Parama will become Rama. He's supreme and he's pleased. Is that what is want? The Bahuvri also not correct, Radha, because this Prita is in the compound itself. So it is not going to be, it's not going to be Bahuvri either. But by the way, interestingly enough, this Aindram, I know we are out of time right now, but the Maheshwara Sutrani, Maheshwara Agatani, Maheshwara Sutrani. Maheshwarat Agatani, Maheshwarani Sutrani. Same thing, Indrad Agatam, Aindram Sharasanam. This is number 4374. Okay. Now this is the compound is what's called an exceptional compound. It's neither karmadharya, nor dvandva, nor bahuvrihi, nor vibhava samasa. Gita example in Bhagavad Gita chapter 11. Adrishtapurvam rishitosmi drishtva. Adrishtapurvam rishitosmi drishtva. Adrishtapurvam, not seen before. Now this is an adverbial compound, which was not seen before. Adrishtapurvam rishitosmi drishtva. Arjuna says, I'm very happy to see this form which is not seen before by anybody else. Adrishtapurvam. Now this is not a karmadharya. Karmadharya means that he'll qualify Rama then. Then he'll become Parama. But he was supremely pleased. So I think this is what is called a supsupa or sahasupa or kevala samasaha. Different kind of word that they use. So basically this you have to fit into that by doing yoga vibhaga kind of. So basically two related items can compound, but not from a special compound, called kevala samasaha. So sahasupa, supsupa is the term that they used. I think that's what let me see if I can quickly find. We'll continue next time. But let's see, Parama Pritaha, if anybody is giving any hint for us. Parama Pritaha, no commentary. No, I guess they're expecting us to know that, is it? Parama Pritaha, no commentary from two of them. Okay, so I guess that's what they are. By the way, they're saying Ch and Api is for Nipat Samuchaya Padya Purakaha. The Ch Api is for Padya Purakaha. So they already gave the Ch Api, they discounted that for just for Pada Puranam. Aindram. Okay, I'm not seeing any commentary on the Paramaprita that we can help us out. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Kevala Samasaha, Sahasupa Samasa. You're supremely pleased. Here, Pawnee doesn't have any adverbial compound. Okay, adverbial compound. So we have to fit them, like that only, as an exceptional miscellaneous category. Now, Tuni, what is that?
It is Dvivachanam Dvitiya Vibhakti Pullinga.
So what should Pratibhash be? So we done today, right?
Tuni.
So like Tuni is like Hari, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be because look at the next word, Akshaya Sayakau.
Sayakau.
That is like Ramo. So if you can always look around for help in the shloka of Samadhikaranam. If you don't know Tuni, look at Akshaya Sayakau. So that's clearly like Ramo. It is actually object of Jagraha. So that means that Tuni has to be is Pullinga Dvitiya Dvivachanam. There's no other choice for Tuni now. So then you can work backwards. The Pratipadikam has to be Tuni. Tuni. I think in this case there are some choices here. Let me quickly see. I think there are different there might be a Pratipadikam called Tuni also, but let's see. Tuni. Okay, Tunaha is there. Tuni is there. No, Apte only gives a long E. That will not help us. Tunaha is there. That will not help us. Tuni is there. That will not help us. Oh no. Okay, Tuni also is there. Masculine. Okay, so that's fine. Then there are different variations of this. The word called Tuni, like Hari. Word called Tuni, like Nadi. Then the word called Tuni Ra also is there. Tuni Ram also is there. Many variations of this. I think the one that we need over here is Harivat Shabdaha Tuni. What we need. Tuni, what we need. Akshaya Sayakau. What is this? How about the word Akshaya? What is the word Akshaya is Bahuvrihi?
Akshaya is Nani Tatpurusha.
It's probably a Bahuvrihi, right? No,
because it is referring to Sayaka.
Qualified to Sayaka. Qualified to Sayaka. Avidyamana Kshayaha. Avidyamanaha Kshayaha. Yesham te. Right? Then you can say, then again on top another Bahuvrihi, right?
Bahuvrihi.
This is a Tuni. These are quivers which have in them arrows. Arrows which know no exhaustion. An inexhaustible store of arrows. So it is Akshaya Sayakau. So it says Akshayaha Sayakaha Yayoho Tau Tuni Nishangau Cha. Vigravakyam. Akshayaha Sayakaha Yayoho Tau Tuni. There were two quivers whose arrows knew no exhaustion. They never got used up. The word Akshaya is also going to be because Bahuvri itself. Because Akshayaha Sayakaha, they say. It is qualifying Sayakaha. Avidyamana Akshayaha. Okay, so simple sentence was Jagraha. So Rama accepted I guess on the urging of Agastya, he accepted. The cha eva doesn't have much meaning apparently. This is cha api iti nipata samuchaya padya purakaha. Only to fill up the sentence. He accepted the Aindram Sharasanam, the bow which came from Indra. Khadgam, he accepted the sword, and he was supremely pleased. And he also accepted the 2 quivers whose arrows never got exhausted. Okay, let's bring in our translator. Thank you, Karthik. Let me see what. Yes, Nagaraj, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, let me give you one word. Yeah, this is the last one for this is the last one for today. Ne. What is ne? Ne is the cha api. Cha. Means cha, basically cha. Chaiva, I'm sorry. Cha eva. Cha eva. Okay. At the instance of Agastya himself. Okay. No, hold on. At the instance of Agastya. Was that?
Agastya Vachanat.
Agastya Vachanat. And himself? Eva.
Eva. Okay.
That's the Eva of himself. So that means that's Agastya himself. So Ne was the cha. The himself was the Eva. In the instance of Agastya Vachanat. He I think that's from the prior sentence. They bring it down from that. From the context. Accepted.
Jagraha.
Accepted. Graha is to take, graham. With supreme delight.
Paramapurni. Paramaprita.
Paramapritaha. He was supremely pleased. They made it like an adverb here, They made it like an adverb. So, but it's really it's an adjective qualifying Rama. Rama who was supremely pleased. Okay, a bow.
Sharasanam.
So Sharasanam, bow, a sword.
Khadgam.
And a pair of quivers.
Tuni.
Where they get the pair from? Dvivachanam. This is Dvivachanam ending.
Tuni, yeah. From Tuni.
It has to be a pair. It can be nothing else.
Right.
Containing an inexhaustible store of arrows.
Akshaya Sayakao.
Now what they do was they connected this. Then the next thing what they say is that all bestowed by Indra.
Again, in Aindram.
But they connected with everything now. So Aindram Sharasanam, Aindram Khadgam.
Akshaya Sayakao.
So no, Aindrau Tuni. So this connected with everything. So they took the Aindram. So Aindram iti padam sarvatra samadhyate. Sarvatra samadhyate is what they. Let me see quickly. Let me stop with this. He says that. Okay. He says Aindram Indrarattam Sharasanam Dhanuhu Aindram Khadgancha Aindrau Akshaya Sayakau. So he's saying that they connect with all of them taking Aindram. He's saying Aindram. Aindram is Indradattam Tasyedam iti Samuna and could be also with Tasyedam could be Aindram also. Datta Mama, let me see. Khadgam Akshaya Sayakau Sahasravinayakau. Okay. At least one comment is clearly saying it goes with all of them. Let's see another. Aindram Indrad Agastyasya Agatam Sharasanam. Okay, so I guess it's not necessarily that way for everybody, but may not be. But at least one of them is. So that's the choice that we have. But here what we do, this is the Sankshipta Ramayanam. So we have to now go and check in the main Ramayana what the real story is, whether he got them all from Indra or not, that we don't know. Grammar-wise, it can definitely go with Sharasanam for sure. It may go with the others also, your choice. It's just choice. But unless you know the story, it's hard to tell. But okay, we're a little bit over time. Sorry about that. This Karthik has a question. Yes. Yes, Karthik.
Satyaji, like if it is grammar-wise, if it has to go with all of them, shouldn't it be in plural? It's in singular.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Doesn't have you can only give one and understood to go with the others. It can plural also. It can be plural also. It can be plural, but it can also go with just one, and you understand the others also.
Okay.
So it can go with one, but can you also connect with the others? So that is allowed. That's allowed.
Okay.
Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vihata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Rama Nasti Paranam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Bho Rama Mahamudhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattvaryam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Om Nameti. This is class number 80, June 26, 2010, second class, 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Next class will be second week of July. That will be July 10th. July 10th. Yeah, second weekend. July 10th should be correct.